A couple of new legislations could be underway as we speak about the concern about everybody around the hoax call that have been received, especially over the last couple of weeks, including a major number of those hoax calls received on Sunday itself, putting the entire airline into a tizzy and also making it a headache for the Civil Aviation Ministry, the concerned ministry for the airlines as well. Over the last couple of weeks, multiple episodes have been recorded, not only on flights that are flying domestically, but also flights that are flying internationally. In fact, causing a great deal of panic amongst people, particularly those who are traveling for business reasons, bringing about not only just a waste of time in terms of waiting for the aircraft to be cleared for security before it can take off, and also having economic consequences on the passengers on the whole as well. But the Civil Aviation Ministry's guideline has been very simple, that they've been following the rules to the T, and they could not have compromised with the airline safety or could not have compromised with the passenger safety, that being the paramount thing as well. Speaking at a press conference this afternoon, the Civil Aviation Minister, Mr. Rammohan Naidu, has already held more than half a dozen of meetings, not only with the Aviation Ministry officials, but also with officials from BCAS, which is the regulatory authority for safety and security of airlines, but also, with the officials of the MHA and also with the officials of the CISF, which is, of course, the guarding force as far as the airports are really concerned. Mr. Naidu has informed the media that, there is, of course, a tweak of laws that needs to be done so that, passenger safety can take a further turn as well. In fact, multiple people who have reached out to him have told that, there has to be a stringent punishment which has to be made so that, people do not commit these kind of offences as well. So far, it is known that, if you, in fact, create a mess on the flight, or if you try to create any sort of a nuisance on the flight, then you will be put on the do not fly list or no fly list as well. That is something also which is under consideration. So once a tweak of the law happens, then the ministry will be in a position to actually put such offenders on the no fly list as well. The matter and the proposal has been sent to the Ministry of Law and Justice for their recommendation. Given the fact that multiple nodal ministries will have to be consulted before the rules are notified, or probably the change of rules or a tweak of rules can really be passed by Parliament. Looking at the urgency of the situation, even though he was not able to exactly comment on what shape this legislation would take, but Rammohan Naidu said that if it came to him and his ministry, that they would probably want to push for it as soon as possible. So it is understood that probably the government might try to bring these change rules by the next winter session of Parliament, which is probably a month or month and a half away as well. Multiple rounds of meeting has taken place at various levels, including the fact that the MHA has taken cognizance of the matters. The people who have been, committing this kind of situation have also been nabbed at multiple occasions. In fact, on a couple of occasions, one has come across the details as to how kids have been involved, or how teenagers have been involved in such a issue, try to probably play a prank on their friends, etc., but something which has had very, very serious consequences. So one of the things is not only to put them on the do not fly list or no fly list, but also to in fact make it a cognizable offence, and not only to impose penalty, but also to put them under under the law and probably take provisions accordingly as well. So all eyes are going to be on the Civil Aviation Ministry in terms of when these laws will be notified, when these laws will be cleared by the cabinet, because it seems that not just the Aviation Ministry but even the airlines have pressed for strict action that the ministry should really take as far as such offences are really concerned, which have become a nuisance for public, at least for the last couple of weeks.